everyone, so apologies if my hair looks a little bit crazy. This is kind of second day hair that I had up this morning and then I took down, and it's just kind of looking a little bit messy. But on with today's topic. So hands up if your New Year's resolution was to lose a little bit of weight and get in shape and all that kind of thing. Goes without saying, it's that time of year where that's all we want to do, and it's also the time of year where you kind of overindulge the most over the Christmas period and that kind of thing. You kind of eat too much chocolate and drink a little bit too much booze and end up just putting a little bit of weight on. Now, I am going to kind of talk about my kind of personal experience and my personal plan, as well as just some kind of general tips as well, and just kind of like weight talk really. But I have put a little bit of weight on, not much. I've only put about 2 or 3 kilos on. Well, 3 kilos is a lot, that's like half a stone. God, that is a lot. But I've probably put about 2 or 3 kilos in. My weight really fluctuates anyway. So my weight goes from around 56, 57 kilos when I'm being really good to around 59, 60 kilos when I've kind of let loose. And that's what I've been doing recently. So kind of all of December and pretty much all of this month, I've not been very good. I've kind of just been eating what I want, and I was away and I was eating kind of other people's food. So it was just not very healthy, and I ate a lot and I really enjoyed it. So I've kind of come back, and I know that I'm going to be a little bit rounder than I usually am, and it's not necessarily super obvious, you know, like it's not like any of my clothes are too tight or anything, but you just feel, I feel like I've got a little bit of extra on my tummy, and like my arms feel a bit bulkier, my collarbones aren't as pronounced as they normally are, and you just feel it. You know your body well enough to know when you've put a little bit of weight on, and it was just kind of celebrating over the Christmas period really that had caused it for me. So it's not too much of a problem, but at the same time, when I was about 57 kilos, kind of just before Christmas, I did really want to get down to 55 kilos, which is 8.5 stone. That's kind of my goal weight that I'd like to be at, and I feel like is kind of achievable, but still I'll look like me, because, you know, I would love to like get down to 8 stone, but it's just not very achievable for me, and I'll have to work so hard at it and be so strict. And I know some people like doing that, and some people think that like that's true dedication, and it is, and if you can do that, that's great. But I know that for me it'll just make me miserable, and it's not really something that I think will work. So I want to get down to 55 kilos, which basically means losing 5 kilos, which is about just under a stone. A stone, I believe, is 6.3 kilos. Now, I know a lot of people say, sort of, don't focus on the weight, focus on how you look and how you feel and all that kind of thing. And as I said, it is more about the weight, because for me, I don't look that different at these different weights, because my weight fluctuates anyway. I just feel a little bit softer, and I know that at that weight is kind of when I look my trimmest. So that's what I want to get back to. And I haven't been exercising either at all while I was away. I kind of did a lot of walking, but not kind of proper working out, and I've just not been feeling it, and I've not really been feeling it with my diet either. I think a lot of it's to do with it being cold, and you just kind of get out of the habit of it. And we've had things lying around the house, like, you know, celebration boxes and things like that, which if you don't live in the UK, they're kind of like a box of different types of chocolate, where you get like little mini Mars bars, mini Bounties, mini Maltesers. The mini Maltesers are my favourite, and loads of things like that we've had lying around the house. And I've just kind of been getting back to being back home, and getting back to my regular routine, and getting back to kind of just doing everything that you would normally do that I hadn't been doing while I was away, because I was kind of staying with my mum, with my entire family, and I was kind of just eating her amazing food. And my mum's an amazing cook, and she cooks everything from scratch, so it was like homemade bread every day and homemade pizzas, and going out for dinner a lot and that kind of thing. And that's just something that I was kind of indulging in, and now I kind of need to rein it in a little bit, because as sad as it is, I'm not the kind of person that can allow myself to just eat whatever I want and not suffer the consequences. I need to watch what I eat, because otherwise I put a little bit of weight on and I'm a little bit chunkier than I'd like to be. And, you know, it's not necessarily I'm not kind of sitting here saying like, oh, I'm so fat kind of thing. I still wear a size 10, but you feel when you're a little bit rounder than you want to be, and I want to get back to kind of my regular weight. So like I said, I hadn't been working out or whatever, and I forced myself to do 30 minutes on the exercise bike today. I kind of eased myself in gently, because I think if you kind of say to yourself, right, tomorrow I'm going to do 30 minutes on here, and then I'm going to do the 30-day shred, and then I'm going to go for a run and all these things, you're not going to do it. It's too daunting and you're putting too much pressure on yourself. So that's kind of what I decided to do, and it was okay. I kind of didn't love it, but I don't love exercising anyway. It's something that I just kind of get off my list. And I know a lot of people sort of say, if you make it part of your daily routine and you find something you enjoy and blah blah blah. I've tried so many different things. I don't enjoy it. It just isn't fun for me. I'm a lazy person, and I make the effort to do it, so I'm still doing it. I just have to make myself do it, and that's okay. You know, not everybody can kind of have this wonderful loving it approach when it comes to exercising, but I make myself do it anyway, and it's okay. So I did that, and then I'm going to slowly incorporate a little bit more. I'm going to start doing the 30-day shred again, because that did have really good results, and it does really kind of tone you up a little bit, and I definitely need that because my body's just seriously lacking in tone. My tummy's just very squishy, and my bum's gotten bigger, and you just generally kind of feel how your body's just kind of a little bit rounder, and it's not too bad because it is winter now kind of thing, and during the lead up to the summer we all get in shape and everything's okay, because you know you need to dress a bit more revealing and that kind of thing, but I don't want to let that happen. I want to kind of be able to just feel good and still maintain a sort of healthy weight, but I feel like I need to eat more during the winter as well. I'm just hungrier, and I definitely do have some sort of dietary issues like we all have, and mine is that I don't really eat any fruit at all. And I know some people sort of say, oh, fruit's got so much sugar in it and blah blah blah, but really fruit's a great snack, but I just don't really like fruit. I can kind of eat it if it's there, but I'm not loving it, and I need to incorporate more fruit. I need to buy more fruit, because what used to happen was I'd buy it, none of us would eat it, and then I'd end up throwing it away. So I just stopped, because I thought, well, it's not getting eaten anyway, but I need to make an effort to eat it, and then I'll feel better. And I know a lot of people sort of say like make smoothies and all that kind of thing, and I did do that for a while, and maybe I'll start doing that again, but I'm just not fantastic with fruit. It just doesn't really do it for me, and I need to make it better. The other thing is kind of, I love carbohydrates. They're my absolute weakness. Give me bread and pizza and potato and just stodge any day of the week, and it's my favourite thing ever. But I need to kind of get back to kind of eating more eggs and that kind of thing, which I have been doing lately, and eating vegetables and that sort of thing. But when it's cold, you just don't really want to. And also, I'm not the type of person that I don't absolutely adore cooking. I can cook, and I do cook because we need to eat, and I cook kind of nice things because I want the food to taste nice, but I'm not passionate about it, and it's not fun for me. It's just like having to hoover kind of thing. I need to do it so it's done, and you know, the outcome of it will be nice because we'll have something nice to eat, but I don't love it. And then when I go home and I don't have to do any cooking, and I just eat delicious food that's served to me all the time, then I don't want to cook when I get back, because I've gotten out the habit, and I'm just like So it's really easy for me to just like heat up a pizza, and I don't even like frozen pizzas, but it's just easy for me to do it sometimes because I don't feel like cooking, and that's really terrible. Like, you shouldn't really go down that road, because you're just kind of letting yourself off the hook, when really you could do with giving yourself kind of some good nutrition and cooking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself a big lentil soup today, and just try and kind of have a big pot of that, so I can just heat it up over the next few days and eat it. So I'm not necessarily worrying about cooking over the next few days. It kind of removes that from being an issue. And also try and just stick to kind of meals that you know that work. So for example, I know that like Ravitas with Philadelphia and cucumber and that kind of thing work for me in the like at lunchtime, so stick to that and stick to kind of your normal breakfast. And I've started using my Fitness Pal again just to kind of monitor what I'm doing, and just stick to doing that really. Today's kind of the first day where I'm kind of feeling a little bit more motivated, and that's the thing, lacking motivation is just an absolute killer, because you can't do it if you don't feel motivated. And it's cold and it's miserable, and I've kind of not been having the greatest time lately, and I just kind of wasn't really feeling it, but I need to, because I know that I feel even worse when I feel like I'm just a little bit pudgy. So that's kind of my plan of action, and I, like I said, want to kind of change my diet up a little bit and eat more fruit and eat better, and kind of just have treats like on weekends and things like that, but not be so focused on it. And I'm going to do a video about kind of the relationship we have and I have with food, because I think it's a really interesting subject. But we all want to kind of lose a little bit of weight in January, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of try and post updates. Maybe I'll do it on my blog, maybe I'll do videos and that kind of thing, but I'll post weight updates and just kind of let you know how I'm getting on. I might do kind of a before and after photo, but I don't know. I just really don't feel like kind of wearing a bikini or anything like that now to kind of show the before results. Not that I haven't put that much weight on, it don't look that different, it's just a feeling, you know, when you just feel it kind of thing. That's what I've got at the moment. So I'm going to try and kind of keep you updated and that kind of thing, and I'll try and kind of Instagram any meals and that I'm having. This week I'm going to try and just stick to things that I know that work and have a lot of soup and things like that, and just get myself back on track, and then next week kind of work on it a little bit properly. But I hope you found this helpful or interesting, whatever. Any information or tips or things like that you've got, I would love to know, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.